Hey everyone, in this video we'll be talking about a really important AP calculus concept, which is quotient rule. And this is just the basic way of finding a derivative when you're dividing two factors. And this is more confusing than chain rule, it's more confusing than power rule and even product rule. But once you get the formula down, it's pretty easy. So there's a couple ways to phrase this formula, but really, quotient rule, you would get a problem like this. Let's say f of x is equal to, let's say, x plus 6 over x. And now you're asked, what is f prime of x? Now, you can't really get rid of the x here, right? You could make it into, you could try things like bringing it to the top and then finding derivative from there. But the best method for us right now is quotient rule, because you're dividing two things. So you're dividing x plus 6 and x. This is the formula that you will use. F prime of x is equal to low times high prime minus low derivative of your high minus high times derivative of your low divided by low squared. Now, that's obviously the informal way of the formula, but it's a lot easier to remember than your really confusing dy over dx, uv, dv over dx type thing. So this is our high, because it's on the top, and this is our low, because it's on the bottom. What is high prime? High prime is derivative of your high, and in this case it would be 1. And then low prime is the derivative of your low. In this case it would be just 1. And then low squared is just x squared. So now let's use that formula and solve from here. So f prime of x is equal to low times high prime. Low is x times high prime is 1 times 1 minus high, x plus 6, times low prime, which is 1. So low, they say low d high minus high d low over low squared. And d is just referring to the derivative of the high, which is high prime, over low squared. And that's our x squared. Now we can go ahead and simplify this. Is equal to x minus 6 over x squared is equal to x minus x plus 6. Oh, sorry. Mix something up there. This would be x minus 6. So this would be equal to negative 6 over x squared. That's our final answer. Now you can see why it's so important that you have this formula correct, because there's a negative in here. This negative changes a lot, because if you have these two, high times low prime and low times high prime, switched, then your entire problem will be wrong. So you have to make sure that you know the formula low d high minus high d low over low squared, because this negative will change the whole game. So you got to make sure that you have the negative there, and then you're plugging in the correct high and lows, and then you're finding the derivative correctly. Then you just plug and chug until you can simplify it down. Let's look at one more example. Alright, let's take a look at this example. F of x is equal to x squared plus 6x plus 7 divided by x plus 35. Now let's rewrite our formula really quick. So f prime of x is equal to low d high minus high d low over low squared. Now, what's our high? That is here, and our low is right here. Derivative of our high is drop the 2, minus 1, 2x, drop the 1, minus 1, plus 6. This goes to 0 because it's just a constant. And what's our derivative of our low? Drop the 1, minus 1, 1. 35 goes to 0 because it's our constant. Now we're ready to plug in. F of x, let's use a different color. F prime of x is equal to low times derivative of your high. Low is x plus 35 times derivative of your high, 2x plus 6, minus high, x squared plus 6x plus 7, times derivative of your low, 1. Now we're going to divide low squared, which is x plus 35 squared. That will be our final answer.